And I'm proud to be here on this occasion because I am merely the word department here. All opera of any kind is the music, and here is the music.
Well, yes, I compose music. Where this actual piece started off was with a pitch to Scottish Opera for their 5:15 programme, which was 8 years ago. And you may be wondering why on earth we're now ending up in the territory of musicals. But what we wanted to do was shake up what opera, the fine line between opera and music. In fact, it could be the fine line between opera and musicals. And we were wanting to pitch some ideas to Scottish Opera that might have a form of entertainment as well as art.
Well, you see, because they put it in an airport, we made Lucifer the head of one airline and the other fellow's the pilot of the other airline. And the usual announcements, flight so-and-so will take off from, but they're there as leaders to entice the young men to come with them.
I think Songs Unseen is such a wonderful idea because so many writers probably don't get their work aired, and it could be one of the most special things that's been sitting unheard or in a drawer for so long. So to have an opportunity for writers and composers to try out material that's perhaps never been seen is this one unique opportunity. So Songs Unseen is perfect for us.
But I think anything that helps the working artist is worthwhile, which is why I'm here today, which is why this beautiful young lady is here today.
Hi, my name's Alan Pemon. I'm delighted to be one of the composers that's been included on Songs Unseen, and the songs that I've written have been written with lyricist Johnny McKnight. The songs that we have written, one of them has come from a show we wrote for the Lyceum Theatre, Cinderella. It started off as being a minute and a half long. It's called Breathe, and but it ended up being the most liked song in the show. So what happened, although in that format has been seen before, it grew legs and I wanted to explore it a wee bit more, so we basically extended it and turned it into more of a 3-4 minute epic piece. And I mean, the other song is something like Cupid, which will be getting performed tonight. It's just, we enjoyed writing together, myself and Johnny enjoyed writing together so much, we just wanted to build a portfolio of songs. And composers just tend to do that, we just write when we have a spare moment. We'll just write songs for the sheer love of it, and it's fantastic to have something like Songs Unseen, which is a brilliant opportunity to get all your little orphan songs out there and maybe help them to find a little home. These things can be the lifeblood for a lot of Scottish artists and composers, and like I say, it's just a chance for us to maybe show off a side of us which maybe a lot of other people haven't seen before. So delighted to be part of it, and I really hope it goes from strength to strength.
I'm Finn Anderson. I am a writer, composer and director with a focus on creating new musical theatre. Songs Unseen features work from several new pieces I've developed over the past few years, ranging from Wolf, which never went past workshop stage, to Streets, which was developed first in Scotland and then in London, and has had several successful runs on the London Fringe. I think that musical theatre, like other forms of theatre and contemporary performance, should be exploring relevant and challenging themes, and should be really working towards moving itself forward as an art form. I think initiatives such as Songs Unseen are a really great way to bring musical theatre writers who are based in Scotland together to discuss their craft, their process, and learn from one another. It's also a really great opportunity to begin a dialogue between venues and artists about developing new musical theatre in Scotland.
So I'm Andrew Cruickshank, and I spent a lot of my time writing music, composing music, largely for theatre. Well, funnily enough, it did come from a pitch several years ago for a film, and there was only one song that I intended to put in the film. So it doesn't actually come from a bigger song sequence. I can't even remember the name of this film, to be honest. But there was other music, more incidental music in it, but that was the only one song. Well, I think there was an Oriental connection in the film, and so I think I was doing some work with Scottish Opera at the time, doing Madame Butterfly, so there was a connection with the butterfly and the Oriental theme. I think the scheme sounds pretty good, really, because it's often hard to get musical theatre. I think partly because it's kind of quite large scale compared to some art forms, and sometimes it falls between is it theatre or music, and sometimes it falls between, so any support is quite good. I think a platform for Scottish composers is always a good thing. It's always hard to get producers and industry people interested in what you're doing, so I think anything in that direction would be a good idea.
Hello, I'm Gus Garland and I'm a writer and composer. The show's called The Red Virgin, and it's based on the true story, as I said, of a mother and daughter in the early part of last century in Spain. And so my show tells the story of Hildegard and Rodriguez, but uses them and their fracturing relationship as a mirror to what was happening in Spain at the time. And I've got two songs from The Red Virgin in the Songs Unseen concert. One is a solo for Aurora called The Sculptor, which is sort of my version of her response to prosecutors when they asked why she killed her daughter. And the other is a duet for Hildegard and Aurora, which is where we first start to see Hildegard wanting something more than just erudition and education, and wanting to be free, to feel and to love, and Aurora being scared about losing her control over her daughter. This is a really brilliant idea, I think. Songs Unseen, all of this work is new work that no one's heard before. It's not on anyone's website, no one's done versions of it on YouTube yet, which is really unusual. And there are some fantastic people included in the concerts, some of whom are incredibly famous and successful, and so it's just an honour to be on the same bill as them. And others who are brilliant young talents that I know a little from the new musical theatre circuit, and it's always a pleasure to be included on anything with them, because I respect and admire them so much. So I'm really excited to come up to Glasgow, which is where I'll be seeing the concert, and support it and support all the other work, and hope that it will be a very, very successful night and lead to more support for musical theatre in Scotland that I will hopefully in some small way be a part of.